Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are most certainly not worth focusing on. I am your host with glasses, Ben, and I'm joined as always by another host who has glasses. It's Noah.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be here.
So glad to have you here, Noah. And we're joined this week by a host who doesn't have glasses, but it's not post-LASIK Michael. It is, in fact, Noah's wife, Jessy.
Hello. I'm sorry I'm not bespectacled to join your club, but no glasses here. Thanks for having me back.
Michael betrayed us.
Michael, yeah.
He is no longer welcome. This is 2 weeks. Have we ever gone 2 weeks without Michael? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
I
haven't in like my entire life.
I kind of wanted you to introduce me as if I were Michael. And then you just say, oh, and Michael's here. And then I just talk and we never address that I'm not actually Michael.
Michael is still away. He had his LASIK surgery, so hopefully he is recovering well. I was able to text him once and he responded. So that's exciting because normally he doesn't respond to my text messages. But he did respond this time. So I do know he is alive and can at least see the keyboard on his phone. So that's a positive. Yes, so get well soon, Michael. Hopefully you are listening. But thank you so much, Jessy, for being here with us. I'm sure you've had quite an interesting week. Why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, boy. Guys, what a story do I have for you. No, just kidding. But I was thinking about what I would share. And I have a really, really nice thing to say about my place of employment, which... for the sake of anonymity, we'll just call it the school. So the school where I work.
That might be too specific. Not everywhere has schools, Jessy.
That's true. We are not in Antarctica. You can narrow it down. No, but my school is very, very sweet. And the people there are very kind. And they have been sending me packages in the mail. Kind of for months now, but I just got one recently that included socks with our very cute animal logo guy, mascot, and a knitted hat, and an umbrella, and a notebook, and a pen, and this very nifty little plastic tool that you can use to, like, open doors and... like press buttons. So it's like a no contact
for like, okay.
COVID friendly little tool that you just, it's kind of like a pirate hook. So it will be an extension of my arm and I use it to touch things that are icky. So thank you to the school. They're very, very nice.
I am picturing like one of those like hook hand for a costume that it just like slides over your hand and it's got a hook on the end.
That would be just about the same as this, but it wouldn't be branded with the school's branding. Yeah.
You should make it, you should paint a skull and crossbones on it and just go with it.
Yeah.
So if these are branded with your school's logo, could we get Noodles at Noon? No contact
That
hooks?
would be, yes. And you better do it quick because my money's on COVID being over pretty soon. So just kidding. I don't know. Maybe.
I guess it depends on where you live.
Yeah. Well, that's cool because I actually have a story about my place of employment too, because I've been stuck at home for going on about 2.5 weeks at this point. Actually, almost 3 weeks. 2 weeks? I don't know. How long have I been stuck at home, guys?
I think it's been 3 weeks.
I think time is a construct. We don't. It just.
It is. That's true.
Is.
I haven't been keeping a very good track of how long I've been home, but I've been stuck at home for quite a while, and my coworkers on my team, they organized a little care package, kind of like the ones you've been receiving, and it had like socks, cough drops, snacks, baseball cards. I actually have the baseball cards right here because my desk is very cluttered, but just lots of great movies. Had movies in it.
Can you share what movies? Are they Hallmark movies, Ben?
No, they weren't Hallmark movies, unfortunately. But Good Will Hunting was one of them.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the others off the top of my head, and I can't. But they put together this awesome basket. I'll send you pictures that you can post along with this
Oh, sweet.
on the website.
Yeah.
But it was just really sweet of them, and I really appreciate it. So thank you to my coworkers for that.
And you
another
opened-
story that I have.
You
What was
opened
that?
those baseball cards on your YouTube channel, right?
My YouTube channel, yes.
Do you want to plug
Wasted
it?
on Cards.
Yeah.
With my 9 subscribers.
All
Let's
right.
go.
I watch every episode though, and I'm not a baseball person like at all, so I don't know pretty much anybody that's being talked about, but I really enjoy like your soothing voice. It's a very nice audio setup. And just
Basically
watching
ASMR.
Yeah, just watching Ben open cards. It's great.
Well, now you have 10 subscribers.
Nice. Like, actually, now I do.
You will by the time this
You must go
podcast
do it
airs.
at this moment, Jesse. And the other story I have, this is actually from a while ago, and I meant to tell this story last week, but I didn't. But I got to find the pictures so I quote it correctly. But I was playing Quiplash with some friends, and somehow Noodles at Noon got brought up and was repeatedly just torn apart by my fellow friends. Like, for instance, this one, the title of a national public radio show that would put you to sleep the quickest. One of the suggestions was Noodles at Noon.
Oh, maybe for your mom, Ben.
Yeah.
That is true.
And then a few rounds later, a terrible sportscaster catchphrase for when somebody dunks a basketball. Listen to Noodles at Noon.
Who are these people? I will
My
find them.
quote-unquote friends.
Friends.
Oh.
Yes.
It sounds to me like now you know who your true friends are
Yeah.
and
The
who
two
your true
people on
friends
the
are
screen.
not.
Yeah. And Michael, but he has had his eyeballs lasered off or something. And this went on. It's more than those two examples. This I couldn't take screenshots of all of them because it just kept going. Until like the very last round, you know how everyone gets like the same prompt? I can't even remember what the prompt was, but like every single person put some form of Noodles at Noon or something.
You know, they do say that all forms of advertising are good forms of advertising. Like, even if your company name is being dragged through the mud, at least people are talking about it. So it sounds
Yeah.
to me like
Hey.
people are talking about our podcast.
Exactly. And the person who started it felt so bad she went and listened to it. She'd never listened to it before.
See,
But
it's
she
like
went and listened to it.
it's like in the golden era of Justin Bieber when everybody just liked to pick on him and make fun of him, but he made millions and
now
he
everyone-
had billions of listens to his songs.
Yeah, everyone knows his name now. Thanks a lot.
I'm fine to
World.
go the Justin Bieber route. I will do anything to be famous, even be Justin Bieber.
What is the profit of man to gain the whole world but lose his soul, Noah?
Wow.
I think Justin Bieber's a preacher now, though, so redemption
No, you're
arc.
thinking of Kanye. Or Shia
He's also-
LaBeouf. One of the two.
No.
One of those two became a preacher.
Well,
Yeah, that's all I got. No, you have anything?
well, in light of it being the big game this week, and I think, yeah, Ben, as you mentioned, we're not allowed to refer to it as anything else. So whatever big game may be happening in your area actually happened yesterday when you listened to this podcast.
That's true.
We kind of have...
Congratulations to insert team name here
Yes,
on
congratulations.
winning the Super Bowl.
It's going to be the Chiefs. I will bet my life on it. When I listen to this on Monday, I will not regret saying
What is the
that
profit of man to
Chiefs
gain
won.
the whole world but lose
Yikes.
his soul, Noah?
You're making a lot of big statements
I'm making
here, Noah.
a lot of big sweeping
Tons of big
statements.
Well, one thing that I learned is like just how weird sports betting is, because I was listening to the Pat McAfee show, which is a football podcast, and he was talking about his like bets and stuff, and he's bet like $30,000 on the opening coin toss being tails,
What?
and then he's bet like a certain amount of money on the opening kickoff not being a touchback. And then he's like, I bet this team's going to score more points in the second half than in the first half. I'm like, none of this is like the sports betting that I thought people did.
Well, that's not like, especially the heads or tails one, that's not knowledgeable, like researching, okay, who's got the better players? How have these two teams done in the past? That's 50-50 chance.
That's just someone with a lot of expendable money, disposable income.
Well, he's a former NFL player, and he was a kicker in the NFL. But like the thing he said about the opening kickoff not being a touchback, which means it goes into the end zone for those of you who don't watch football, he's actually like, oh yeah, it's very likely that it won't be, because the football that they use, because like in normal football games, like for an hour before, like all the balls are like prepared, they're like broken in and all that stuff. And he's like, specifically the football that they use for the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl doesn't get like warmed up at all before the game. And as soon as it's like kicked off and like taken off the field, it goes straight to the NFL Hall of Fame. So it's like meant to be kept in pristine condition. So he's like, it's like impossible to kick a touchback because the ball is just like brand new and hard to kick.
Interesting.
So that's a good bet, Noah. If you want to keep these bold things going.
No,
I'm going to go pull $30,000.
No. The stock market thing from last week was enough gambling for me. So
Jesse was not a huge fan of me investing our entire life savings in Dogecoin.
But it paid off. We're now millionaires. So invest your money, people.
Yeah, no, I'm out of the stock market now. I played it for a week. I did make a little bit of money. It was all very low stakes, as I said. And now I'm done, and I don't want to gamble anymore because it was too intense, and Jesse did not like it.
Well, I let you have your fun.
But yeah, we have a big game tradition that's 2 years running now, and that is the week of the big game. At least one of our cars breaks down. So last year, I had driven my car home, and as I pulled it into the parking lot of the house I was living at, there was an issue with the transmission, and it was completely undrivable. Like you couldn't get it out of its parking space, and it had to get towed. But Jessy was coming over for the Super Bowl that day, so Jessy pulled her car up right behind mine, and her car broke down. And I think we did end up getting it to a point where we could drive it home. But yeah, both of our cars were just broken down out in front of my house. So we're continuing that tradition this year with my car breaking down on the interstate. And I was able to get it to a mechanic and everything. Turns out there's a valve leaking gasoline all over my engine, which I know gasoline is normally good for engines, but in this form.
I remember you told Michael and I that, and I did say that's where the gas is supposed to go.
You just kind of pour it randomly across the engine. It kind of figures out what to do from there. So that's I'm excited to continue this tradition. Hopefully next year will be the time our cars choose to break down again every year. We'll see how many years we can keep this tradition up.
Next year, we will be back to horse and buggy, is my vote. Based on the way that our cars are going and the way that the world is going, we will have horses and they will live forever.
Well, I think I said, and I don't remember if this was on the podcast or just said this to some of you, but I was very proud of the fact that I filled my gas tank on Thanksgiving, and I didn't fill it up until mid-January. And I was, very proud of how little I was using my car and being very eco-friendly, but it sounds like my car has chosen to rebel.
By just spraying gas everywhere.
It's so excited for the big game, it could not contain itself. I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
All right, let's move on from that story. Ben, what's our speak pipe question this week?
Well, now that you're talking about big game traditions and your car breaking down, I figured we could ask people if they have any big game traditions. I know in the past, my dad and I used to play a game of knee football where we had like a little tiny football and we would like run on our knees and try and get from one end of the room to the other and score points. That was our Super Bowl tradition. We don't do that anymore because pain. And you guys have your cars breaking down. Are there any other big game traditions? Do you get any certain foods? I know I'm excited. We're recording this on a Saturday. I'll disclose that. And I'm planning on getting just a bunch of chicken wings because I love chicken wings. Because, I can't leave the house and go to a Super Bowl party. But I'm just going to be like, I don't even like football that much, but I'm going to enjoy this. So what are your big game traditions? That's our Speak Bite question this week.
That's a good question. So you are going to watch the game. I'm still undecided.
Well, I think we're mostly undecided because we don't know how to watch it.
Yeah,
right?
I don't
on
have
TV most of the time.
we don't have like an antenna hooked up to our TV, so we don't get any like TV channels or anything. I think I can maybe watch it on like one of the sports apps, maybe, but I don't know if there's a legal way to watch the
the super good game we're gonna
super
watch.
good game tomorrow legally. So I don't know. We're probably not gonna watch it, but maybe
you can
just
come over to
text
my
me
house,
updates.
but you run the risk of becoming infected.
Can I just hang out outside the window, like watch through the window?
Sure, I'll angle the TV towards the window. I'll just like slide chicken wings under the door.
And then I can call Michael and relay to him what's happening.
Yeah.
And give him like the auditory experience.
Because you're very qualified to do that for football.
Of those of us with sports broadcasting experience, we're going to go with Noah.
Yeah, Ben has legitimate sports broadcasting experience. So you should just broadcast to us.
Okay, I can do that. Not football. I never did football. So
It was hockey, right?
I did hockey, and it was terrifying. I did it for 2 seasons, actually. But it's so fast. And their names are so weird. Most of the time, it was just like, there goes number 3. He's got the puck. I hope he passes it to somebody with his back to me. I can't see his number.
Yeah, I feel like the hardest part of that would be just tracking the puck, because I've been to lots of hockey games, and I like watching hockey, but I always have a hard time following where the puck is. I don't know why, like other people don't seem to have this problem in the stands, but I just can't follow the puck, and then it ends up in a goal, and everybody gets excited, and I'm still like just kind of flipping through my Dippin' Dots, trying to remember how the game works.
I remember that's how my dad was whenever I would try and watch it on TV, because I like hockey. It's fun to watch. It's fast-paced. And he would just like sit there and be like, I can't see the puck. What's going on? Like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, Dad, it's over there. He's like, I don't see it. So I actually ended up taking him to a local hockey game. We're blessed enough to have a minor league hockey team really close to where we live. And some friends of ours were season ticket holders, and they're like, hey, we're not going to go to this game. So I'm like, hey, Dad, you want to go to a hockey game? And he was like, okay, fine. I'm like, I'll explain everything to you as it's going on. And he loved it. It was like, he got so excited. It was fun.
Local hockey games are fun. Even like high
Especially when
school
you have
hockey. I used to go to high school hockey games, and they were super fun.
I mean, the broadcasting I did was for college hockey, and we had probably the best attendance of any team in our like conference. I think we set the record for most people in attendance at the venue that we played our home games of like over 900 fans.
Wow.
Which it was standing room only, I think. I mean, and there are seats, but once it got filled up, there was only standing room only.
I guess that's what happens when you live in Alaska, right?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
the only thing we got up here in the Great White North.
I honestly was not aware that we had hockey teams for our local universities and high schools. So that's cool.
We
Now I
do.
know.
And I worked for them.
When we can, we should go to a hockey game. I would love like a noodles night out for a hockey game.
I'm so down. Because I love hockey. And I know somebody who works at the local one. The good local one, not the high school or college local one.
Ooh, sick burn on the high school hockey players listening.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Do we have any games this week, Noah?
I thought you prepared a game. It
thought
says
you
here
prepared a
there are
game.
2 games in the notes. Do you not see that? Are you on the wrong page?
I think Jessy did the games.
I prepared a game. It's called Guess What I Dreamed About Last Night.
Ooh, I bet I can win this game. Didn't you tell me?
Oh, probably. I don't know. I think dreams are a weird thing where, like, I don't know. I just love talking about my dreams, but I think it's just a universal truth that listening to other people describe their dreams is the most boring thing in the world.
And they're so interesting to you.
Yeah. And I mean, they weren't real. Like, none of this matters. So I will spare you. But no, I prepared nothing.
Wait, give us the 30-second summary.
No, thank you.
Well, I was going to say, I one time had a dream that I got married to someone who was super outdoorsy. And my thought process the entire wedding was, she's probably going to make me climb a mountain. Like, I wasn't happy at all.
It was a metaphor, Ben. It was a metaphor.
No, it probably was a metaphor.
Well, we do have a game. As it is a new month and is our tradition, it's time for more Weird Holidays. This month, we're going to switch it up a little bit. I have 3 holidays prepared. However, we're going to actually, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I might have 7 holidays prepared. However, I'm going to give you a multiple choice, and only one of them is not a real holiday. So starting on the first question.
You're doing that route.
It's kind of like, this is not a Pokemon. This is not a weird holiday. We're blending our games. They're all blending together in this one mess.
Yum.
Maybe one day we'll create a game that combines all 25 games we've played on the show into one game.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Okay, that's Jesse's assignment for next time.
How much does it cost to get a cameo from a Florida man who is speaking in another language, but it's multiple choice somehow, and
he plays Monopoly and Pokemon, and he's also a firework.
Oh, yeah.
Or a band name. Okay, so
from Daniel's first time.
Yeah. Who's been asking to be back on the show? We'll let him down. We'll figure out. We'll talk about this afterwards. Just cut this out of the podcast.
Okay.
Jesse's giving me a look like that was mean and I shouldn't say things like that. So
no, I was just not tracking where this was going. Okay.
We're excited to have Daniel back on the show soon. All right. February 5th is quite a day for holidays. There are several different options to choose from, but one of these is not a real holiday. Is it World Nutella Day? National Shower with a Friend Day? International Elephant Day? Or National Wear Red Day? And Jessy, as the guest of our show, I'm going to let you go first.
Well, I am going to say that National Elephant Day is not February 5th. And I'm guessing this because I have an elephant calendar and I think I would have seen it written on February 5th. So elephants are celebrated elsewhere or other times.
Other times?
Yeah.
February 5th is not the day to be celebrating elephants. All right. Ben, World Nutella Day, National Shower with a Friend Day, International Elephant Day, or National Wear Red Day?
Well, I know for a fact that it is National Wear Red Day on the 5th of February. As for the other ones, if it's National Shower with a Friend Day, then Noah, you should have told me about this sooner.
Okay.
Sorry, Jessy. I think it's Elephant Day as well. But
you can pick the same
just
one.
For the sake of gamesmanship, I'm going to go with Nutella Day.
World Nutella Day. All right. And you really can. You can pick the same one as Jessy if you want to.
Nope,
I know, but I
it's
don't
been
want to.
done.
All right.
Chess rules.
Ben, Jesse, International Elephant Day is not a real holiday. Well, maybe it's a real holiday someday. It's not a real holiday on February 5th. Jesse takes the point.
Huzzah!
1-0. And we're going to move on to February 6th. Ben,
Can I ask some background to National Shower with a Friend Day? Like, why is that a day?
Yeah, let's read the article. This thing links to National Shower with a Friend Day is a holiday that illustrates quite well how a holiday can be started with one intention and then over time morph into something else.
What was the original intention?
Yeah. This holiday was first started to encourage people to shower with a shower filter. Yes, that was the intention of this holiday. While many people are probably still celebrating this holiday in that way, does anybody?
I don't even know what a shower filter is.
I don't even know if we have a shower filter. There are actually people who might be celebrating this holiday literally by taking a shower with a friend. And why not? After all, February is a cold month, and taking a shower can be a lonely endeavor.
Don't I know it?
Yes, showering, the loneliest activity.
That face was like, this is sad in many ways. The face that Jessy just made.
I'm very expressive. It doesn't really come across on a podcast. Okay. All right. Well, sorry I stole that point from you, Ben.
All right,
No,
that's
it's
okay. Ben has a chance to get it back. February 6th, Ben, is National Lame Duck Day, Extra Recess Day, and Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. Except it's not one of these. Which holiday is not a real holiday?
Was it only 3?
Only 3.
Okay.
So National Lame Duck Day,
Ice Cream Day, and Extra Recess Day. I'm going to go with Extra Recess Day because either this is an old list and February 6th of like last year was on a weekday when a student would have school. But February 6th of this year falls on a Saturday when Extra Recess wouldn't have any meeting. So I feel like this would be a holiday, if it were a holiday, that would change based on like whichever day was the last Friday of the first week of February. Or the first Friday on the first week of February. So I'm going to go with National Recess Day is not, or Extra Recess Day is not February 6th.
Wow. That's a good line of logic.
That is, yes, but Ben, you are incorrect because what the public schools don't want you to know is that you get Extra Recess Day, but sometimes it's on a Saturday, and bummer for you kids. I guess your parents have to take you outside 2 times
It's
or something.
always on a Saturday. That's the joke.
So I'm going to say Ice Cream Day is not in February because who wants to have ice cream in February? Am I right?
Ice Cream for Breakfast Day.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Does that change your mind?
No, that's still bad. That's not a holiday.
Who wants ice cream for breakfast in February? Well, Jesse, Ben is correct. Extra Recess Day is not a real holiday.
Okay, that was smart. Good job.
I have to admire the Saturday logic because I didn't think about that when I randomly thought up Extra Recess.
Spoken like a true homeschooler.
As a homeschooler who was never allowed to have recess,
he just doesn't know how it works. Like, is it on Saturday?
You go outside. Can you go to the store?
What is
are you
the
unsupervised?
outside?
I think there's like playgrounds involved. I don't know. It sounds terrible. I don't know. Like, why would you do that when you could just stay inside and read more books?
You didn't read books.
You
were playing video games. All right. So we're tied now.
It's tied 1-1.
Sudden death.
We're back to Jesse for the final question. Jesse, there are 4 options here. One of these is not a real holiday. Is it National Board Game Day, National Iowa Day, National Football Hangover Day, or National Clean Out Your Computer Day?
I guess using the same logic as Ben, the Football Hangover Day is not.
Did I say this is Monday, February 8th?
Oh.
Just so you know.
Okay, but if it's always February 8th, it's not always on a Monday.
And it might not necessarily be every year. It's just what it is this year.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I won't pick that one because I feel like
I'm not
you're
trying to talk
leading
you out
me
of it.
away
I'm
from
just-
it.
No,
Okay,
that would be,
okay.
pick that one, Jesse.
No,
Pick
you
it,
know
pick it,
what?
pick it, pick
You
it,
know what?
pick
I'm gonna pick it. I may have misunderstood. No, I'll still pick it. I'll pick that as not a holiday. No hangover football.
National Football Hangover Day. Jesse says is not a real holiday. Ben, we have National Board Game Day, National Iowa Day, National Football Hangover Day, and National Clean Out Your Computer Day.
It's National Iowa Day because I'm assuming National Iowa Day would be this day that they became a union, and that is December 8th, I believe.
All right.
Nerd.
Yeah, that is a good random piece of trivia to know. Did it help you this time? No, it did not. Jesse, National
Oh, really?
Football Hangover Day is not a real holiday either.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, wait, it is a real holiday too.
Okay,
Wait.
I got,
Okay.
got my wires crossed. National Iowa Day and National Football Hangover Day are both real holidays. National Board Game Day is not February 8th.
Okay.
All right, since we're both tied at 1-1, I am going to go back to my list of national holidays, and then we're going to play a sudden death round. Let's see. Okay. I am going to give you a clue, and you have to tell me what the holiday is. Whoever gets closer, whoever I randomly deem to be closer, wins the prize. All right. For the sudden death question, it may be February 14th, which is probably better known for Valentine's Day, but it's also the day that we celebrate this holiday, in which you may feel like you're just going around in circles. Ben, I'm going to let you go first since Jesse got to go first twice.
National Roundabout Day?
National Roundabout Day. All right. Going around in circles. Jesse, February 14th.
Well, the first thing I thought of was the film Groundhog Day, where you live the same day over. And Groundhog Day is not even close to the 14th. So you're going around in circles. National Cartwheel Day. National Do a Cartwheel Day.
National Cartwheel Day or National Roundabout Day. The answer is National Ferris Wheel Day.
My thing had wheel in it.
All right. I do have...
My cars have wheels on them.
Well, Ben, that's weird.
Here's my logic. Here's what I'm thinking. In a roundabout, you go around in like a horizontal circle, like in a plane. You're going around in
How
a
do
circle.
you do roundabouts, Noah?
Do you-
I always do my roundabouts vertically.
Like it's a flat circle that you're going around. A cartwheel is a vertical circle, which is the same motion as a Ferris wheel, which is a more vertical going round and around.
It's a Ferris wheel with your body.
It's a Ferris wheel with your body. So I'm going to have to give the point to our guest, Jesse Metzger, who wins the February edition of Weird Holidays.
Yay.
It's a fun last name.
Jesse, you get 30 seconds
Oh, it's nepotism for sure, but
No,
I'll take
I
it.
know, but I don't know if people know your last name.
oh, well, if they know Noah's last name, I guess.
I could have...
I don't think they know Noah's last name.
Well,
Cut it out.
cut it out.
Cut it out. Nah, I'm good.
Knock it off.
Yeah, Jesse, you get 30 seconds to plug your Instagram, your Snapchat.
I have heard of those things. If I had an Instagram or a Snapchat, I would just use it probably with my mom to see photos of her puppies. So very exciting. Okay, thanks. I'm glad that I'm a winner. Sorry, Ben.
It's all right.
This concludes Weird Holidays. Goodbye.
That concludes Weird Holidays, but since the big game was yesterday, I have some questions surrounding the big game, and not necessarily sports-related
Thank
questions. Did you guys
goodness.
know that the host city has to follow a long list of rules supplied by the National Football League in order to host the big game? Did you guys know that?
I did not. So it's like the Olympics.
very much like the Olympics, but a lot more specific and weird. I'm going to ask you, I have 7 questions, and they are true or false questions about things the host city must do in order to be able to host the big game. Like, for instance, did you know that the host city must supply, I think it's 20 billboards at no cost to the National Football League to host the big game?
How many people living in the city where the is being hosted don't know that that's happening?
You mean the big game?
Yes, the big game.
Maybe, do you want to
game.
say that again?
Nope.
We can beep it out.
I'll bleep
We'll
it
just
out.
beep it out.
Actually,
We'll bleep it out.
Yeah, you guys don't use the button in this podcast, but I would love for you to just every episode randomly bleep out one word.
One word.
I love like unnecessary censorship or whatever it's
Yes.
called, like YouTube clips.
Yeah. We're going to bleep it out. We should start doing that. Anyway, so since this is true or false, I require both of you to answer at the same time. I'll give you a countdown and you can just say true or false. And we're going to start with this question. Cities hosting the big game must have 3 top quality golf courses at no cost and 2 top quality bowling alleys for tournaments the week of the big game. Is that true or is that false?
Are you going to count down?
Yes. I need your answers in 3, 2, 1.
False.
You both say false. That is, in fact, true.
What?
Cities must have 3 top quality 18-hole golf courses for golf tournaments and 2 top quality bowling alleys, both supplied at no cost to the National Football League.
It must be amazing to have so much power.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Here is question number 2. Neither of you have a point. If cell phone strength at a team's hotel is too weak, the host committee must install boosters or portable cell phone towers outside the hotel. Is that true or is that false? In 3, 2, 1.
True.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you guys both got it right. That is correct. So 1-1 going into round number 3. The host city must provide 3 horse-drawn carriages to teams for romantic dates should the players or coaches want them. Is that true or is that false? In 3, 2, 1.
False.
True.
It's got to be false, right?
I don't know.
Noah says false, Jessy says true, and Noah is correct.
Okay.
That is false.
I guess football players don't really strike me as horse-drawn carriage riders, so I just thought it'd be charming.
Tom Brady's got to take Giselle out on the horse-drawn carriage sometimes. She demands it.
She needs that. Question number 4. In the event of a snow or ice storm on game day, the city must give priority to the NFL of all ice and snow removal projects. All ice and snow removal projects. So snow blowers, snow scrapers, ice scrapers, all that stuff. Is that true? Except in cases of threats to public safety. Is that true or is that false? In 3, 2, 1.
True.
True. You both say true and you both are correct.
I'm going to lose.
So Noah has 3, Jessy has 2. Question number 5. The city must halt any and all air traffic from local airports 2 hours before the game begins and 2 hours after it ends. I'll need your true or false answers in 3, 2, 1.
True.
False.
Jessy
Sorry.
says false. Noah says true. That one is false. I made that one up.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That was a
Now
tough one.
With 2 rounds left, you're tied up at 3. The host city must grant no-cost access to 7 4- or 5-star restaurants in the city, one for each day the players are there. Is this true or is this false? In 3, 2, 1.
False.
You both say false, and you both are correct.
We are
I almost
both
said
true.
but you're both true. No, you both are correct. I made that one up. And you both have 4 points going into the final question. On game day, The NFL gets access to 35,000 parking spots near the stadium at no cost. Is this true or is this false?
Well, if it's true, I bet they don't give out those parking lot spaces at no cost.
They are all for security, production, coaches, players, that sort of deal. And I'll need your true or false answers in 3, 2, 1.
True.
False.
Jesse says false. Noah says true. It is true.
Oh.
The NFL gets 35,000 parking spots near the stadium on game day at no cost.
That's so many people.
I'm just thinking if our city hosted the big game, 35,000 parking spots could be like miles away from
just for the employees.
Stadium. Yeah.
I've attended football games at our stadium, and I don't even think there are 35,000 parking lots.
Yeah.
Like within 10 miles of the stadium. Like, if you're just a fan attending the game, I don't know where you're supposed to park.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
that's so many spots.
Okay. Well, I'm not at all surprised I did not win a game about football. So
You got really
But
close.
was it really
down to the
about
last
football?
question.
it was just about how much money does the NFL have? And
Well, that's
did
the
not
interesting thing.
know.
All these things are no cost.
Well, and that's the thing.
They're
it's
not
like,
paying for any of this.
But, and that's true, but it has become such a monster corporation. And by that, I mean big. I don't mean bad, but
sometimes bad.
Sometimes
Pretty
bad. I don't know who's listening.
We can't say the name of
They're
their
listening.
championship game because they'll sue us.
Yeah.
We could be
So-
talking about any championship game. So who knows what we're talking about? We could be bashing the NCAA and their big game they have this week.
I don't. No, it's too big. They need to chill out. The cities are just like bending over backwards to accommodate them, and there should just be a football island. Okay. 51st state. No, Puerto Rico should go first. So 52nd state will just be an island out in the ocean, and it will just be for football. And no one has to sacrifice their snow plows. It can just be for football, and it's all free. And they just go and they play.
Didn't Dana White do that with the WWE?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they did do that. And we need Michael on here as our
I
resident
know Michael's
wrestling
probably
expert.
like cringing right now that I'm here talking about sports instead of him. Sorry, Michael.
Jesse,
It's okay.
Brady or Mahomes? Who's your money on? Jesse's a big sports bettor.
Well, Mahomes is more fun to say, so.
All right, you heard it here first.
Mahomes to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
Not the Chiefs, just Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's going to defect at the last second.
It's like, I'm my own team. I throw ball to myself.
What are they, cavemen?
Well, that does it for our show this week. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to Noah for being here. Thank you so much for Jesse for filling in as our special guest this week. Always a pleasure to have you. And thank you to all of you for listening. You are all the real winners because you know what? You guys are winners. So thank you so much again, Noah, Jesse. Do you guys have anything you would like to say at the outro?
No. Thanks
You know what
for
nobody
having
said
me.
this podcast?
What? Oh, noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com. That was not said at one point during this podcast until just now.
Man, we almost went a whole episode. We'll never make it. We'll never go without
I don't think we should because that is kind of,
promotion.
our website.
Yeah, check out
I think it's
noodlespodcast.com. We're going to have pictures of
Noodlespodcast.com.
We're going to have a picture of Ben, Jesse, and I recording this episode. We're going to have pictures of Ben, what were you going to send a picture of?
The care package that I received from my place of employment.
Yes, the care package. Maybe there will be a picture of Jesse's socks on there. Who knows? We'll see. Check out noodlespodcast.com
Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
for exclusive bonus features.
Okay.
You can hear
Like pictures.
the uncensored version of the podcast. We have to do a lot of censoring on Jessy that you just don't realize.
Yep. She's swearing like a swaler.
Yep. You know me.
That's Jessy. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.
You should say Noodles Podcast one more time.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Do it deeper.
Noodle.
Noodlespodcast.com.